Alright, how we doing, folks? Your boy Marcos18205. The numbers after the name. Little Marcos, some friends here. In this case, the friends are kind of virtual. I did once, this is, and I'm related to Xcom 2. Played it on the Xbox One over here, by the way. This isn't even related that much to it, but I did once a series. This is before Marcos and Friends. I just played Wave Race. Alright, it's still on the channel. If you go and watch and look at the home, I have like a playlist for whatever. And it has like some of my most views ever. I didn't know Wave Race was like that popular on the interwebs, or maybe it just isn't on the interwebs. That's why people like enjoyed it. But I thought it was a good thing. I beat it on Expert. It was pretty dope. It was pretty tough, man, beating it on Expert, especially after I haven't played for such a long time. And I said I was always playing with my friends over there just because I named them that way, you know. So like Fabio was in the Captain was in the Joe, I just named them. And obviously they didn't have no clue about it. And sometimes like after a race, you know, like if Fabio like beat me last second, I'm like, yo, way to go, dirtbag. And he'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? And I'm like, yo, unbelievable what you did. And Xcom 2, I do the same thing, man. I'm over here shouting at my house. I'm like, Joe, what the hell? How'd you miss that over there? What's wrong with you? So if you catch yourself in here, man, that's what it is, man. Xcom 2. So I'm a very newcomer to the Xcom series. I literally played XCOM 1 early in the year. You go check out that video. It's on the playlist also with the games beaten. Had to be like one of my first games beaten. Maybe it's in like the teens, the games that I've beaten. But it was a game that I played, I think literally for like a month and a half, right? Like I played it on the 360 still. I had the 360 set up in the living room. Everything else was in the bedroom, and I'd usually go game in the bedroom. And every once in a while, to go and pop in and play a couple XCOM missions until I got like really hooked on it one day. And I'm like, yo, this thing is awesome, man. I'm a big strategy kind of player. If you want to even call this that kind of genre, the turn-based strategy. And over here we're just catching the end of one of the missions. I kind of want to show this because it's a funny glitch. One of the only negatives I have in the Xbox One version is that there are some glitches here. And I actually found out that if I would have just reloaded this mission, I would have been able to avoid this glitch. I did it later on when I had it in, and it just kind of disappeared. And I was like, well, I wish I would have known that instead of what I do here, which is just blow up the guy or whatever. And this is also one of my first interactions with one of these guys. The enemy variety in this game is substantial. But anyway, I got hooked on the first XCOM, and then once the second one got announced, it was only PC only at first, and I was like, no! I don't know if my PC can handle that. I don't think it can. I was like, I just got a measly old boring laptop. I don't know if it can handle that. Why push it? And then eventually it got ported over to consoles, and I was like, let's go! And now I think the original one's on Vita, which I'm really, really tempted to get. I'm not sure how it runs on it at all. But I'd almost be very curious to go and replay that game. Now, XCOM 2 though, it's literally everything you'd want from a sequel, man. Bigger, better, faster, stronger. The storyline's also there, you know. It kind of, the canon is that you lost in the first one, and therefore now you're really like fighting the resistance. You're constantly moving around, dipping and dodging against the enemy over here. Different types of characters. I mean, some of them are still there, like the sharpshooter, for example. But the specialists, you know, the grenadier is still there, even though I don't know if that's exactly what it was called in the previous game. I kind of forget now. Some guys have swords, like the rangers. Like, there's a bunch of different, just variety of weaponry and whatnot, and kind of abilities that you could do with using a little gremlin over there, which I think may have been in XCOM 1. I just honestly never really used at all. So the character variety is there. I feel like there's less construction variety in terms of like there's less things to construct. I'm not sure if that's just me not remembering correctly the first game, but I feel like I kind of built everything in this game pretty quickly, and I was like, all right, well, that's what it is. All right, well, that's taken up. I definitely feel like there's less space to build. I believe that's at least sure. I mean, you also don't get the bonuses from building stuff up, which was, I thought, like a kind of a neat little thing. You do get bonuses though from contacting different regions and whatnot, which actually the thing about XCOM is there's so much that the game doesn't tell you, period. Like it does a good job of informing you of a lot of things. You have to understand some things just that the game tells you. It's not like, unless you really know how XCOM plays and how XCOM works, you'll lose a lot of things, like the connecting the continent bonus when you like save everyone or whatever. You contact the region. I didn't really know how it worked. You know, there was a bar, there was some dots at the end. I was like, all right, well, I got the bar, I got the dots. I guess I got the thing, but no, you got to get there. You got to put some radio towers. Like, I wasn't 100% sure about how some of these things worked. The importance of some things, you know, this is really a fun game, and unfortunately, I don't have the time to do it. But I'd really love to replay it again. So I'm not doing this. I think I'm playing. It's not on Legendary. Whatever the difficulty is before that. I'm not playing Iron Man, though, so I could reload. And part of the reason I did that was because of the glitches that I run into. I ran into the first couple of missions, a couple glitches. I was like, I can't do this on Iron Man. Like, I'll get shafted on like one of my Iron Man missions just because like I can't get anywhere. Like over here, the VIP's stuck in there and he won't leave. Like I can't get him out. Like I had a person literally right next to him. So what I decided to do was to bomb him out. It's like, let's see if the VIP decides to get out of it. I end up killing him and failing that objective in the mission. It's really one of the first times and only times I failed any objective. And I thought it was pretty funny because I was like, in my mind, I thought that would work. I was like, well, maybe the game would unglitch if I just blow up the car he's on, and therefore he has to walk out of the car. Well, I know that he's not even programmed to get out of the car unless, I guess, we take him out of the car. So some of the glitches, everything else is great about it, man. The enemy variety is crazy. It is crazy. I definitely don't feel that there was this many enemies. I'm thinking over here about like loading the game. I'm like, maybe I should load this game. I was like, I'm not 100% sure. The enemy variety is crazy. I feel like there weren't this many enemies in the first one. I felt like in the first one I kind of kept it. I got to a certain point where I kept fighting the same kind of enemies. And in this game, I'm pretty late game right now. I'm honestly not 100% sure how far I am in the game, which Xcom does a really good job of that with you, of just not really letting you know how far you are in the game. You get some idea of it just because of how you've been moving in the story. It's really funny, man. I had a question about one of the buildings that I wanted to build, and I went to go look up at a walkthrough. I was like, I'm gonna go check a walkthrough just see if I'm understanding. It was about like the resistant towers and the radio communicators, whatever. Like, let me just make sure I'm understanding this. Yeah, I went to the walkthrough and literally had like the final mission. That's it. Like the first mission, the final mission, and that's it. Everything in between was like, here's some tips, but it's true. You can't really make a walkthrough for this game because everything's so random. That's why I think it'd be great to go back to and play. And I'm honestly, I'm starting to convince myself of getting the Vita version. That's something I could play on the go and pick up and play every once in a while. I might pick up the Vita version. I really wish they would give that on PS Plus, man. Now that will be a hot game to get in PS Plus, man. So overall, my initial impression of Xcom 2, man, it's amazing. It's jaw-dropping amazing. It's by far one of the best games I've played of the year. It's really crazy because I thought XCOM was one of the best games I've played in a really long time. And XCOM 2 to me just gobbles up XCOM, eats it, spits it out, and says, here's a much better version of that game based off of that game. And it's pretty cool over there in that experience. If you guys are into any sort of turn-based strategy games, I definitely recommend XCOM. Right now, you can get it on pretty much everything. You can't get it on the older generation consoles because you just can't handle it. But on the newer consoles, obviously on the PC, you can get over there. I definitely recommend that, even though Civ 6 is out, so maybe people will be dedicating themselves to that. I think that's real-time strategy. I haven't played Civ in a long time. Your boy Marcos, man. Marcos and friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. Deuces.